Hey guys, Ken with Provectus Group. Today is a special day because we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the GLOCK 43X and the GLOCK 48. Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Sportsman's Guide. Big shout out to them. They were the ones that sent out this beautiful GLOCK 48 for us to test and review. For more information about them, hit the description below. There's some links. You can go and check them out. Excellent place to buy a bunch of outdoor equipment. So why was the 43X and the 48 created? I think a portion of it was from feedback that they had got from people who had already purchased the GLOCK 42 and the 43. And then two, remember the 43 and now the 43X and the 48 compete directly with like the M&P Shield and the P365. So without further ado,
bang, 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 bang. Shoot, 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 bullet, bullet gun.
All right, features, quick like, slide in PVD coating, real nice and durable. I like it a little bit better than the DLC because it's not as slick, okay? This one you can actually get a good consistent purchase every time. Staying on the slide here, the 43X and the 48 both have front slide serrations. People like to do press checks from here. They also, some people even rack the slide from there. Let's move on down a little bit to the frame. This is the big thing about the 43X and the 48, and they have extended the grip by a decent amount. So much so to where I have pretty decent sized hands and I'm able to get a full grip on this pistol without the magazine in or without an extended base plate. So that is freaking awesome. So yes, they've extended the grip. Because of that, it's increased capacity of the magazine from 6, like in the 43, to now 10 plus 1 in the 43X and the 48. So that's legit right there. Let's move on. Let's compare the GLOCK 43X to the GLOCK 48. It's pretty damn obvious. Everything is the same except for the slide length and the barrel length. Give me a second. The barrel length on the GLOCK 43X is
a few moments later.
3.41 inches. The barrel length on the GLOCK 48 is 4.17 inches. Slide length for the 43X is going to be right at 6.06 inches. Slide length for the 48 is 6.85. Everything else is exactly the same. The frames are exactly the same. So you can, I guess, swap the 48 barrel to the 43X if you wanted to, but it's the same thing. So that's the only differences between the two. So let's compare the GLOCK 43X and the 48 to the original 43. God, I got too many damn guns in my hand. Anyway, the only thing that's really not interchangeable is going to be the magazine. They went again from 6 rounds in the 43 to 10 rounds in the 43X and 48. I'm going to get so tired of saying 43X and 48 and 43 here in a second. Jesus, it's like the ultimate tongue twister. Yeah. Anyway, so they went to 10. How they did that is it's not double stacked, traditional bullet, 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 bullet. This one's kind of like one, it's not single stack either. It's kind of like in between, so 1.5, if that makes sense. So what they end up having to do, although the little holes here are straight up and down, the bullets are staggered just a hair. So they had to widen the magazine and they also had to widen the grip. However, your slide from your 43 will go onto the 43X or the 48. So say you have a slide like this one here, bump that up. That's from Tier Defense Industries and that's their slide cuts and stuff. Say you already have a 43 that you've got work done to the slide, but like a lot of people, you want to take advantage of the new longer grip. Just take your slide off of your 43, pop it onto your 43X or 48. I should be throwing up a photo right now. And you're good to go. Next thing is the trigger and the trigger housing group from your 43 is compatible with the 43X and the 48. So that's pretty cool. If you already have, especially like if you're like, sorry. This is something I've been hearing about a lot, so I have to address it. And that's the GLOCK 48 versus the GLOCK 19. You got a bunch of people that are like, oh my God, man, it's just the GLOCK 19. Why would I get the 48? Blah, blah, blah. Look, you get the 48 for people who don't want the bulkiness, the real thickness. She thick on that 19, she real thick. If you don't want that, go with something like the 48. This is what's so cool about it. The slide length on the Glock 48 versus the 19, they're both the same. Slide length is the same. What's hilarious though, is the barrel in the Glock 48 is actually longer than the barrel in the Glock 19. Like what? Like crazy. To be exact, give me a second. I don't want y'all, you know, and I got these numbers off of Glock's website. So if you got a problem with my numbers, call up Glock, tell them. Barrel length, Glock 48, 4.17 inches. Barrel length, Glock 19, 4.02. Yeah, baby. More feet per second in the Glock 48. That was corny, sorry. The Glock 48 is slimmer by approximately 1/4 of an inch, give or take, maybe 5, I don't know. But it is slimmer. And lastly, the Glock 48 is lighter by about 2 ounces, give or take, approximate. Let's move on to the performance. When the 43 came out, got it, shot it. Well, when the 42 came out, got it. 43 came out, got it, shot it. I didn't like it because it was very, very snappy. You know, there wasn't enough grip to hang on to. The gun always basically felt like it was coming out of my hand. I ended up selling the gun. That's just being 100% honest. 43X, it's much better. Because of the extended grip, you're actually able to get a full grip on the gun, even from my big, fat, ugly hand. I can get a good grip on this, okay? It does still feel a little snappy though. Recoil management is better. It is much easier. That perceived recoil, the recoil impulse feels better compared to the 43, but it still is just a little bit snappy, but it is better. So for the 43 owners out there who also ran into that same issue and you're like, damn it, it just always feels like the gun's gonna come out of my hand. I don't like that. And you ended up not shooting the gun because you didn't enjoy it. Give the 43X a shot. This grip makes a big difference. Now with the 48, it feels even better than the 43X. Let me tell you why. Number one, it is because of the grip. But remember, the grip is the same between the 43X and the 48. So the grip is better, right? So that's number one. Number two, the slide is longer. So it's tracking just a little straighter and a little bit flatter with the longer slide. Two, there's more weight because the slide is longer, okay? So that's helping to absorb some of the energy that's derived from the 9mm round. Remember, and this is what's great about all of this, between the 43, the 43X, and the 48, the constant is that it's 9mm. So the energy that's gonna be created and produced, the recoil is gonna be the same, right? So that's a constant, but when you shoot these three guns, they shoot completely different. So, like I said, the slide weighs a little bit more, so it's absorbing more of that energy from the 9mm round. Then two, because the slide is longer, I've got more weight out front. For people who have shot a gun and then put a weapon mounted light on there, like an X300 or something like that, generally you can see a difference or feel a difference when you're shooting. Because that weight is out front, it helps keep the muzzle down. So this gun feels the least snappy compared to the 43X or the 43. Hang on, make sure I ain't missing that. Took a lot of time writing these notes, days actually. Boy, I'm on it. Shoot, boy, I got them all. All right. Next thing, would I buy it? Hell yes. I would buy the 43X and the 48. Between the two, I'd prefer the 48 because of exactly what I just said. It's more weight. The slide is longer. It's more weight in the slide, more weight towards the front of the gun. It shoots better than the 43X, period. I'm gonna put up some footage. Hopefully I'll be able to put it where the 43X is on top, the 48's on the bottom, and I'm shooting them. We try to keep everything the same, and you can just see, I try to keep my grip as consistent as I possibly could. You can see that there's a difference. The 48 performs better in my book, okay, for me. And that is my opinion on that. But if you are somebody who's like, oh man, it's just a Glock 19, fine. Buy the 43X, you will not regret it. It shoots way better than the 43. The next reason why I would say, hell yeah, you need to buy this is because of the increased magazine capacity. The 43, 6 rounds. This one, 10 rounds. The reason why that's important, there's a thing called the sympathetic response that's gonna kick in if you're, God forbid, having to go for your firearm. And sometimes we've seen those videos where they put 3 or 4 rounds in the bad guy's falling to the ground, but they're still shooting at the bad guy. Bad guy's on the ground, and you can see rounds skipping off the ground right in front of them or rounds still impacting the body. That's the sympathetic response. And the reason why that happens is because at that high level of stress, right, of fight or flight, whatever you want to call it, physiological stress response, it's gonna take the conscious mind a second or two to realize, hey, bad guys on the ground, stop shooting. So there's a sympathetic response with that. So you're gonna need as many rounds as you can have, okay? Because you're probably gonna shoot 6, 7, 8 rounds. That's not uncommon. Second thing, with violent crimes that we see occurring across the country right now, there's not just one bad guy, there's 2, 3, or 4. So I need as many rounds as I can have, as I can have to deal with that. Next thing, I'd rather have an extended grip versus base plates that I'm actually having to use as part of the grip. The reason why I don't want to rest my pinky on the base plate is that when I'm using that or pushing back on that base plate, because I'm using it as a grip, it's putting a jacked up angle on the magazine that can start causing malfunctions. And you can have a lot of premature wear on the follower and the top of the magazine as well. So that's like a no-no in my book. I've seen a lot of malfunctions with that, especially on the firing line in classes. The last reason why I think that you should buy this is because I think the damn color is dope. It's paying homage to the old bad boy scene when they're in Haiti at the Pink House on Coral Street.
So we just want to talk. You want to talk? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. We're not immigration. They can't hear you because they're still shooting at you.
Shooting it up. So yes, I see a lot of folks are like, oh, it looks like shit. You ain't got no taste, bro.
Bada bop boom pow.
Oh! I mean, this is dope. And I got 2 of them. Chitty chitty bang bang.
And if I'm there, you know what it's gonna be? Chitty chitty bang bang.
You know? Exactly. That's what I think, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Remember, go check out Sportsman's Guide. They have special pricing for members only. Link will be in the description. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We will see you next time. First, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for tuning in. For more content and shenanigans, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or on our website, provectusgroup.org. And since I know you guys are so awesome, hit that damn subscribe and like button. Love you guys and see you next time.